Yo, what is up? What is happening? Welcome back to another episode of Those Car Dudes, and today we're going to show you how to lower your car.
So normally, to lower your car, we would recommend using coilovers.
Correct.
But because this is a budget stance build, we're just going to settle for these super low, well apparently they are, super low springs, which is going to slam this beast.
The Slam Wagon.
Slam Wagon. Woo! So as you guys can see, the Slam Wagon definitely needs to be slammed. So the first step you want to do is that you want to get all 4 points of the car jacked up off the ground and get one of your bros to take off the wheel because you can't be stuff doing it yourself. Dude, that's a really small tire. Look at that.
That's a 13 right there.
Whoa! Drum brakes! Alright, so once you have all 4 wheels off the car, what do you have to do, Nathan? You have to get the... That's right.
I see.
That's right. 1989. Those bolts have been on there since factory. And
they are rusty, my friend.
bro, your beard's so red, eh? It's the same color as the car, bro!
So once you've CRC'd those bolts, you probably don't need to in most cars, but this one's pretty rusty, so we're doing it because we know we're going to have some trouble. You can open the bonnet, and you'll find usually there's some shock towers with some pretty easy accessible bolts. This one only has 2 bolts, sometimes there's 3, sometimes there's 4, depending on what car you have. So you're going to undo these bolts, and then we're going to undo the bottom bolts.
Okay, can I just say this? We probably say this in every single video that we've made, but how good are ratchets?
They're pretty good. They're just like so easy. So to make it easier, you can put a jack underneath your hub and just jack up the shock a little bit slightly, and you can undo the top bolts. This is really cool. If you don't have one of these, get one. It's a magnetic tray. You stick it on your car and you can tuck your nuts on there and you never lose them. Never.
Crazy!
So the next step is to undo your brake line and any other lines that might be on your shock. We've just got a basic car, so it's just the brake line. And then we're going to undo these big bolts here that we've CRC'd. So hopefully we'll be able to crank them off with a couple of breaker bars.
Hey Nathan.
Yeah.
Where did you find this tray?
I got given it from my homie Josh at my 21st birthday.
So
Shout out
cool.
to Josh. Josh Crowder, you're the man.
Dude, have you not heard about the tray, bro?
Oh, sorry.
Gosh.
It's like that. And now we can get to those 2 bolts. Easy as that.
Nathan, have you done this before?
No. Yeah, kinda. Not really.
What, no or yes?
Yeah.
You're confusing me.
I can't remember.
I'm confused right now. Nathan.
Now, we've got our 2 breaker bars. We're just gonna break them. There we go.
You've done this before, haven't you?
Bro, look at this unnecessary use of extensions, bro. Yeah, boy. Looks like I'm riding like one of those motorcycles. Yeah, chopper gang, chopper gang.
Don't strip my threads, boy.
Oh, that is a lot of dirt, bro.
Bro. What's
Hang on, I need to put it back up again.
Dude, that's a lot of dirt. Where's all that dirt coming from?
I don't even know, bro.
Factory, bro.
Japan shit.
Whoa, is that the turbo?
There it is. Goodness me. That's probably never been replaced.
Okay, settle down, bro. Settle down. You know, this car's been well looked after, I tell you. Well looked after, eh?
So to use the spring compressors, you
Hey, bro, I can see you behind that spring, bro. How you doing?
once you've got the shock out, it's now time to take the old spring out. So to do that, you'll need a couple of spring compressors. So to use the spring compressors, you put one spring compressor on each side, and then you tighten them up gradually. So you tighten this up for a little bit, and then you'll tighten the other side up for, or under there, other side up for a little bit, and then you go back to this one. You don't want to tighten one all the way at once, because then you risk the spring popping out and hitting somebody in the face. So you want to do them gradually and alternate between them for a bit. And once you've got it compressed enough, then we can pop off the top hat and undo the bolt on the top hat and get the old spring out and put the new one on. There's a spider in there. It's holding a spider egg. Oh my gosh, bro. That's so freaky, G. Straight up. If you've got a vise, it's much easier to use, so I suggest using that.
Hey, do you want some advice? Get it? Advice? Oh, it's good.
Drop. Oh, by the way, Brad's here.
Hey.
Hi, Brad.
So this circular bit at the top of the shock is connected to the actual shock shaft, and that actually turns as you're trying to undo the top bolt. So ideally you want to get that clamped down. I know it won't be the same on all the cars, but what you can do is you can get a vice grip in there and just clamp that shaft. But ideally we just have a vice, so we just clamp that top bit into the vice, and that way we just get the top bolt undone. Ah!
Oh. Oh my gosh. It's off. There it is. Remember what order that came off. Lovely. Thank you.
Nice.
So we've taken the spring compressors off the old spring, and as you can see, there's quite a height difference between the lowering springs and the standard springs. So what we'll be doing now is we'll be compressing the lowering spring so that we can put it back onto the strut and put it all back together.
So we're just compressing the new spring. Obviously we don't need to compress it as much as the old ones because they're quite shorter, but it's good to get a bit more pressure on them just so they fit nice and snug so you can get that top hat on. Hey Nathan!
Woo!
So now that you have your lowering springs compressed, you can now go ahead and put it on the shock absorber. If you have old shocks like these ones, you can see that they don't work. So just pull those up all the way as hard as you can, all the way to the top, as far as they can go, and then you're gonna pull this one over the top.
If your shocks are this bad and they're like going down by themselves like ours, then you need new shocks, but this is a budget stance slam build, so we don't care about handling.
So that'll sit nice and snug on top. This will come with a nice little nut and a washer on the inside, which is so nice. Should take that off. Plastic, extra height, not needed. So once you have this top piece on, you can go ahead and put this top hat on as well.
And it's just a nut that goes on the top of that. Tighten that up.
So what we're going to do now is we're going to take the spring compressors off. If you have a vice, probably the easiest way to do it, isn't it, Nathan?
Yes.
Chuck it on the vice, it just gives you a bit of extra hand. But yeah, as you're undoing the spring compressors, just make sure you keep looking at the spring, making sure that it falls into the right place where the top hats are and the bottom hat is. So what we like to do is that we like to use a vice grip just on the bottom of the spring. It just keeps the spring in place as we're undoing the spring compressors, and then that will keep it in place, and then you can undo those, and then everything will be all good in the hood. Multiplier! So if it doesn't line up, we like to use a hammer.
And if you have a nice car, you should have got coilovers in the first place anyway.
Wow.
My side's loose as, bro.
Cool, so I'm just going to make sure everything's nice and tight just before we chuck everything back on, just like this top bolt. Don't want that on coming undone while you're driving down the motorway. Hey Nathan?
No. Once you've got the spring and your shock set up with your new lowering springs, it's now time to put them back in, just the reverse way of how you took them out.
So everything's on, everything's tight. What we're going to do now, put the wheels on, drop it down and see what it did. Bro, I actually can't wait to see this thing, hey Nathan?
Moment of truth, everyone. How low will it be? Gosh.
The anticipation.
The anticipation. Okay.
Yeah.
It will get lower. It will get lower. Let's do the back.
But wait, you have to consider, like, these are only 13s.
Yeah, hard.
Like, the wheel gap's gonna be real.
Oh, bro. That looks pretty fat, oi.
I can't see it.
That looks pretty fat. Not gonna lie, that looks mean.
That really looks so much lower.
It looks way lower. I mean, those are only 13-inch wheels, so when we get some bigger wheels on there, it'll fill up the guard.
Oh my gosh, dude.
That's man.
That's crazy, eh?
Dude. That's so sick, man.
Look at it. It's actually slammed a bit.
Bro, let's go for a drive. Bro, we slammed the wagon, bro.
It's amazing.
It's amazing.
That wheel bearing sounds amazing as well.
That wheel bearing is goners. Bro, you still have wheel gap, G. Sort it out.
Orange springs, bro, is what you pay for. Bro, I can't wait to get some bigger wheels on it, man.
She fat, Bo. She fat.
So there we have it. That's how you install lowering springs in your stance mobile.
That's right. And we slammed the wagon. It's not the lowest thing in the world, we admit that, but they will settle. Your lowering springs will settle and they will become lower over time. And we are hoping once we get some fat wheels on this that it's going to look a lot lower too.
I mean, they are lowering springs, so I mean, they're not going to be expected to do the job of a coilover to slam it that low. But yeah, it's going to have to do it for now, and yeah, maybe cut them later on, who knows.
So that is the next step in our Slam Wagon build. We hope you enjoyed it. We're going to do quite a bit more to this car. We're really excited. This is our summer project. And yeah, we hope you're enjoying it. Let us know what you want to see on the build. And we've got a few ideas, but we'd love to hear from you guys and see what we can do with that.
It's going to be real cool. Well, thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you guys have enjoyed this video. Make sure you guys like, subscribe, share, do what you need to do. And stay tuned for the next couple of videos coming out for this wagon. It's going to be awesome. I'm so cool.
So good.
Anyway guys, catch you later. Peace out. Hey Nathan, want to see something cool?
Yeah. Oh, bro, that's so dodgy.
CLC party!